Welcome to the 508 Power Hour, a fantasy football podcast like no other. And here are your hosts, Fran Baldino and Dave Provencher.
No Dave tonight, it's Santa, baby. Santa is here. It is episode 15 of the 508 Power Hour, Christmas Eve. Me, myself, am Jewish, so I do not celebrate Christmas. So this might be a little controversial, dressing up. But, hey, Fran, let me be the first to congratulate you on your first ever fantasy championship. Congrats.
Thank you, Dave. I'm not going to take the championship yet.
I wasn't giving it to you, but I was just saying congrats on getting there.
Anything can happen.
He's cocky, folks.
But, I mean, it is Fantasy Super Bowl for most of the people. Some people do this week 17.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
But I say that's not fun. So we do it week 16, and I will be playing in the championship this year in 2 leagues, actually.
Oh, yeah. Hey!
A nice 14-0 team in one league, not my own league.
Sounds like a co-owned team.
It is a co-owned team, and it's a very well co-ownership.
I would never.
You have one team that co-owns there, they make the championship. You have a co-ownership here, they lose.
And one gets fired.
Yeah, so I mean that it is what it is. Dave, the NBA started.
And I mean, who isn't excited? I mean, nobody's more excited for the NBA season to begin than
James Harden.
Exactly.
James Harden went out of his way yesterday to invite Justin Turner to come hang out with him in Houston. So Justin Turner is, that guy's just making his rounds now.
LeBron has turned a leaf, clearly, because he got to play in his game. Tonight, Houston Rockets didn't have 8 players because everyone was at the strip club with James Harden. But then again, James Harden did say, first of all, I'm sick of the noise. It wasn't just a strip club I went to. I was just trying to show some love to my girl. I mean, what can you say? This guy comes back 20 pounds heavier off the offseason, and he's still, coronavirus is running amok in strip clubs, I'm assuming, because I'm a perfect Jewish man. I've never been to one, so I wouldn't really know how dirty they are. But if an NBA star goes there and then the whole team's wiped out because of it, little fishy. I mean, look at Dwayne Haskins. He actually has a stripper revenge game this weekend because he went to a strip club, survived coronavirus, and started. And now he's, everyone's saying this guy's dirty, this guy's gross. Look at James Harden. James Harden puts up triple-doubles while he's, going to the strip club. He lives like Dennis Rodman, but, he doesn't win like Dennis Rodman. So it's
not
tough.
yet. Kevin Garnett didn't win until he came to Boston, so...
Kevin Garnett...
Maybe if James Harden comes to Boston, he'll win a championship. Who knows? But...
Nope. Kevin Garnett would beat your ass. Just throwing that out.
Just for comparing that?
Just throwing that out there.
Yeah, but, it is what it is.
I'm a big fan of Harden.
Yeah.
And I'm a big fan of anyone that lives that lifestyle. It's just...
Harden's just
hilarious.
A baller.
Hilarious to watch.
He's going to do whatever the hell he does off the court, and he's going to come in this year and average 28 plus. He's going to average 30. He's going to lead the league in scoring.
Kevin Durant's back though.
It doesn't matter.
Well,
Harden's done it 6 years straight. The guy's just.
Can I get a stat check on that?
He's averaged 28 for 5 years.
There it is.
He's led the league the last 3 years. So. But Dave, let's jump into NFL recap.
There's some big games this week, but now that we're getting down to the end of the season, and it's just half the games you're watching, it's like 2, 5, and 8 teams doing nothing. You're just looking for fantasy.
On Thursday night, we had the LA Chargers 30, Las Vegas Raiders 27.
I have no clue what the hell happened in that game, to be totally honest.
Well, Derek Carr pulled the groin off the bone, and he miraculously is cleared, so he's practicing, ready to go this week.
Oh, ow. I don't get it. He literally tears his groin off the bone, and then now he's able to play, which I thought we saw Derek Carr's last game as a Raider.
Mm-hmm. Mariota came in and balled out, but, dude, that always happens. You'll always have a quarterback who failed as a starter.
If Mariota started this week, he
wouldn't.
Exactly.
He wouldn't suck. He wouldn't play very good. He wouldn't look that good.
He was playing himself in fantasy this week.
100%. He's
Mariota,
coach on me in.
But the thing with Mariota is that might have been the best he's ever looked in the NFL.
Yeah.
Since
it looked
his rookie year.
It looked like Oregon Duck days.
He looked
very good.
Faster than he ever has. He threw one pass that was not a perfect throw.
Right.
Ended up being a costly interception. But the touchdown he threw over the middle, the top to freaking
Tannehill ran this guy out of town
Waller.
too.
That pass was beautiful.
It's crazy that I mean, I think Mariota could start somewhere, and possibly he starts in Las Vegas next year.
No, Dave, he's coming to New England.
Oh, right. I mean, him, Derek Carr. I heard Garoppolo's going to go back to New England.
Brissett. Brady.
Don't talk about my guys. All
Andrew
right?
Luck might even come to New England.
This guy's getting cold. I mean, what the
Andrew
hell?
Luck would come to New England and raise an actual championship banner, not just a finalist banner. So
What is this? What are we doing here?
That's not true.
My team's in it. Your team's out.
Yeah.
Your team's out. I mean,
My team. Speaking of my team.
Whoa, shocker. Fran hasn't said anything about them for 13 weeks.
We may be out this year.
And now
we are fully in
he's
on Trevor
back.
Lawrence.
Oh, no.
Fully in on Trevor Lawrence.
You know what? I can't wait until they fuck it up and the Jets still get Trevor
that
Lawrence.
Jets front
Nope.
office is kicking rocks right now.
100%.
Dude, Jets fans punching air. Arthur Fist.
If you're Gardner Minshew and you get to play another game, do you just say, fuck it, I'm winning because these motherfuckers have done me wrong?
I think he's trying to win, and I just think that team is so bad. That team is terrible.
That's your team. Remember that.
Hey, that is my team, but they're
What'd
bad.
you say they're going next year?
I don't know what I said. They're going all in on Trevor Lawrence. That's where they're going.
We'll see. I mean,
Probably go 5-11 next year, 6-10.
not even close to the Colts. I love it.
You're building. Start building. You got to start somewhere.
They had it a few years ago, the boat.
Yeah. Speaking of starting somewhere, I mean, Buffalo started with Josh Allen, and actually they played on Saturday. They went in and beat Denver 48-19.
I mean, once it starts getting to those Saturday games, you know playoff football's right around the corner.
And Josh Allen is ready to play in the playoffs. Dude, he looks every time that dude is playing football, he gets better.
So
every single week.
The Bills, I think they can beat every team in the AFC besides the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs just have that switch.
If the Bills play their cards right, they're 13-3 this year. Buffalo Bills are 13-3.
I mean, how does that feel as a Pats fan? Yeah, I see you just looking at your phone, not care. Exactly. He doesn't want to hear the noise that Buffalo's good.
It's like what Pittman said, though.
What do they got to do in the playoffs?
They're going to do
more than the Pats.
Fair.
Lose to the Colts, probably.
They're not going to lose to the dude. I don't see like you just said it, Dave. The Bills they look better than anyone in the AFC other than Kansas City
and Indianapolis.
All right, but like Pittman said, who would have thought that Buffalo and Miami would be more prepared for the post-Brady era than Bill Belichick himself and the New England Patriots?
I mean, Patriots haters obviously like to talk about like the now, and you can't. It's not even been a year since Brady left.
Yeah.
So I mean, you got to give Bill like a few years to. I mean, nobody just gets rid of a generational talent and then. You've seen that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But did you see Buffalo Bills Mafia? They won the NFL's best fan contest for I think it was like Monday Night Football or Sunday Night Football or something like that. And the winner of that contest, the fan base, got to choose a billboard to place anywhere they wanted in America.
The zoo.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy over here. It's crazy in Fran's basement. What can I say? But so the Buffalo Bills, they get to pick a billboard and place it anywhere they want because they won Fan of the Year,
my God.
Bills Mafia. Where do they put it? Foxborough, Massachusetts.
Right outside of Gillette Stadium.
Yep. I mean, it's a big old like, hey, fuck you. Which Bills Mafia, I respect the hell out of them.
And they deserve it.
100%.
That's just a crazy story. I mean, it's the first time in 25 years that they won their division. So.
O.J. Simpson.
Yeah. Green Bay, 24. Carolina, 16.
I mean, Green Bay is Green Bay. And Carolina is one of the weirdest defenses in the league. I mean, it stifled Aaron Rodgers to the point where they had to get the run game going, and Aaron Jones does what Aaron Jones needs to do when he needs to. Like, he can turn it on, and he goes for
145 yards.
Exactly. It's crazy to see how good Aaron Jones can actually be. And the only problem is that defense. And that offense is clicking right now. Allen Lazard's back. Devontae Adams, who he actually did get, like, pretty bottled up for that game. I mean, he had 7 catches for, like, 50 yards. But that's not a Devontae Adams game. Nope. There's no 2 touchdowns in there. So that's an interesting defense to watch. I mean, Carolina's going to be good, I think, next 2-3 years. If they keep Teddy, we'll see. You never know what they might do. I mean, you got Matt Rule there, so it's a young head coach. He likes to maybe mix stuff up.
I think they're going to – I mean, Bridgewater's going to be the guy next year, but I think they're drafting a quarterback.
I think so, too.
I mean,
And if you have a college guy who's seen the product basically in college for the past 34 years, I guarantee you, like Cliff Kingsbury did with Kyler Murray, there's like one or two quarterbacks he's known since they've been in high school, and he kind of wants to play for them.
Mm-hmm. Miami Dolphins 22, New England Patriots 12. 12 points. 12 points.
It's not 0.
Cam Newton must
Well, it's 0 touchdowns.
Cam Newton did good.
Dave, we didn't have a podcast last week.
It's Blizzard of 20.
The New England Patriots haven't scored a touchdown since our last episode.
There's a rumor going around that Cam Newton has 5 passing touchdowns this year.
Oh, no, that's a fact.
Oh, okay.
It's no rumor.
So,
It leads the league in rushing touchdowns
wow.
for a quarterback.
It's kind of crazy. You can't even get a top 10 Cam Newton touchdowns this year.
Yeah, no. He's
What?
five passing touchdowns.
And remember when Patriots fans signed Cam Newton, they're like, y'all thought we were dead. You thought we were finished.
Oh, Bill had a plan.
Bill had a plan. Opt out, opt out, opt out, opt out. Stuck with Cam Newton who can't throw the ball.
I think,
Oh, Seattle. Sorry.
I mean, Cam Newton has been embarrassingly bad this year.
I think he still
But-
wants to play football, which is even more embarrassing.
The Patriots are in a lot more trouble than their quarterback. They allowed 208 rushing yards to the Miami Dolphins. The Dolphins haven't had a 100-yard rusher in, I believe, 20 years.
I bet
They haven't. This is their best performance since Ricky Williams and Ronnie Brown.
70% of NFL fans couldn't even told you who ran for those yards on Sunday.
Salvin Ahmed, undrafted rookie.
Tony Khan.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, the Pats have a ton of holes, and Belichick, I mean, he has a plan, and Bill we trust, but
And now people are saying Bill's going to maybe retire. Like, again, I don't see Bill retiring until he beats Don Shula's record. He said that like multiple times. He kind of wants for that. So
it is weird. He is not the odds favorite in Vegas to be the head coach next year.
Could you see him going somewhere else?
No.
Brady? I mean, could you see Brady go somewhere else, though?
I think it was inevitable.
I don't think Belichick will ever coach a different team.
He's going to retire. He either retires or he stays with the Pats.
Tampa Bay
He's not-
Ground.
Serious question. Do you think Bill Belichick has won his last AFC East championship? Or do you think he has a chance to win another division?
I like that.
I'd say no.
Just because, I mean, if Josh Allen gets injured, the Bills are out a year, right? You can't, I mean, who are you going to have, Matt Barkley, literally?
Yeah, or anyone else.
Yeah. The Jets will be the Jets for the foreseeable future. And the Dolphins, that's the one team I worry about, I think. I mean, the Bills, obviously, that, like, barring an injury, that's the only reason I don't see the Bills winning the AFC East for, like, the next 5 years.
Yeah, but I feel like the Dolphins are, like they're good, but, like, I feel like even though they have Tua, they still have a question at quarterback.
But think,
it's a better situation than the Pats,
but
obviously.
think next year
But
when
it's,
you have more guys coming to that defense, because you got Flores, who's a defensive guy. Like, you're building something there that seemingly Belichick pawns haven't worked, but he's, like, one of the only ones working.
Yeah.
And if you get some trust with that quarterback room, you can get, like, some maybe big-name wide receivers come down. Like we've seen next year is a huge wide receiver year.
And I mean, Miami's a destination for anybody. You want to live in Miami, getting paid millions of dollars. I mean, it's temperatures are great,
Strip
clubs are great, nightlife.
James Harden,
beaches. It's Miami. And you can play for. I mean, they don't really have real fans down there. They have fans who.
Hello? Yep.
On travel.
Yeah. James Harden to Miami, really? No way. All right, thank you. I mean, you heard it here first. After James Harden has been traded to Miami because of the strip clubs.
We'll see.
Fran said they have the best clubs.
Baltimore Ravens 40, Jacksonville Jaguars 14.
Yep. I mean, Jacksonville figured out they could get Trevor Lawrence, and now they're done, I think.
Yeah, I mean.
But also on the other end, Baltimore is playing playoff football.
Lamar Jackson looks like MVP Lamar.
But I think the Dolphins win out. I really do. I think they beat Vegas this week, and then they don't get a tough full squad Buffalo Bills next week. I think you kind of bench your players because you already have that AFC East wrapped up. You can't get that 1 seed.
Yeah.
So why risk?
I think that Raiders Dolphins game this weekend is going to be massive.
Is that Saturday?
No, that's Sunday. It's a Sunday game, but that game is going to be huge.
That's like, I mean, we really haven't seen any games with huge playoff implications. But I mean,
No,
right,
it is Saturday, 26th.
4:30. Yep, that's Saturday.
Saturday night at 8:15.
I love that. 2 under the bright lights.
Honestly, that's
after Christmas.
a primetime game. So it's interesting. I mean, we'll see. I just don't trust the
Myles
Dolphins.
Gaskin is back. That defense. I mean, that defense.
It depends what Raiders team shows
Right.
up. Because if they show up and they play against, they did against Atlanta, there's no shot
Or
in
even
hell.
if they played like they did last week against the Chargers. Some very questionable play calling.
Terrible defense.
Yeah.
Their defense is not good.
And Henry Ruggs is kind of a bust. I mean, I don't know if it's lack of production, lack of looks, but...
I mean, Ruggs definitely is not. He was the first receiver taken this year.
And you had Jerry Jeudy, Justin Jefferson.
Yeah.
One other guy. T. Higgins.
I say a ton.
And the kid from Pittsburgh, Claypool. So, I
was
mean...
there, yeah. And they went and drafted the fastest guy. Classic Al Davis, Mark Davis bull crap.
Yep.
You draft the fastest guy on the field. Fastest guy is not that good if he doesn't have the ball.
Exactly.
I mean, John Ross, and Darius Hayward-Bay.
John Rossum.
Yeah, it's just not going to work. I don't. And I mean, Brian Edwards hasn't done anything either.
No.
So they went out and they went to try and get wide receiver help, and their first 2 picks aren't looking like help.
Nelson Aguilar.
Yeah, came out of nowhere.
Bryce.
Caught that baby.
He didn't. Well, he wouldn't have caught the baby. That's what people on the street said. Oh, my God.
Tampa Bay 31, Atlanta 27. Brady does it again.
He comes back on Atlanta. Matt Ryan wants to kill himself. Because Matt Ryan cannot live his life having Tom Brady be down 20 points, basically, with the half to go. And Matt Ryan had a hell of a game.
I'm going to say it's not a Matt Ryan problem.
What the fuck is going on in Atlanta where you're up by 20? You fire the head coach, so it's something else where, how are you not running the ball?
And I'll tell you why you can't run the ball there. Ito Smith had 6 carries for 24 yards.
Gotta commit.
Brian Hill had 5 carries for -2 yards.
That'll do
Todd
it,
Gurley had 1 carry for -1 yards.
Why is Todd Gurley? Is he still hurt, or did he get re-hurt during that game?
I don't know. Did he fumble?
And they're just pulling him out. What's crazy to me is
I would say because what's his name? The first dude. Ito Smith is going to be the lead runner according to Raheem Morris.
That's the interim, right? He's not going to be staying there, no chance.
He didn't fumble.
And I saw not the new GM, but the GM and the new head coach coming in are going to be set on the fact either to move Matt Ryan or move Julio Jones in the attempt of a rebuild. That's why they've listened to me, Matt Ryan, to San Fran.
Matt Ryan had 1 carry for 16 yards. So, I mean, when you're running the ball 13 times
Matt Ryan.
And you're averaging 2.8 rushing yards a carry.
I mean,
you can't
again, 6 carries, 24. You kind of have to commit a little bit, I think.
Yeah, especially when they got outscored 31-10 in the second half.
And Matt Ryan was throwing dimes everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
But again, Tom Brady threw for 390. Antonio Brown, wide open out route. So it's just Tampa Bay seems like Kansas City a little bit, where they can sort of turn it on when they want to and when they need to.
Yeah,
obviously
sometimes.
You have Tom Brady, but again, I don't trust Bruce Arians enough in that offense because he's the type of guy that'll take too many risks in the playoffs. That'll burn you.
See, I don't trust the defense enough.
Well, I do. Devin White.
Yeah, Devin White had a great game.
He almost did it.
Yeah, he single-handedly kept them in the game. I mean, if you have Devin White in fantasy, put up 22 points.
Something
last week.
like that. Yeah.
I mean, ridiculous game. Dallas Cowboys 41, 49ers 33.
Fuck. I mean, who thought the Cowboys and the Niners was it Beathard because Mullins got benched?
Well, no, Mullins played until he got taken out in the 4th. He got hurt.
Okay, and then you have
Tony Pollard playing running back,
who earned himself a contract for next year somewhere. And maybe they do move on from Zeke because Jerry Jones. You remember a year or two ago, he was like, "Hey, we got this Tony Pollard guy. He's new. He's young. He's good." And Zeke was like, "What the fuck?" And now you saw Zeke have a very down year and not look as fast as he used to. Does Zeke go somewhere else? Because running backs, I mean, It's not a huge contract, but running backs really shouldn't get paid big contracts. There,
I could see Zeke.
I said it.
I could see Zeke out.
Especially if Dak leaves too.
Mm-hmm. George Kittle might come back this week, but there's really no point in that. I mean,
there's no way. That would be...
No, he's practicing.
Would they play him? I don't think so.
Would you start him?
Obviously.
On your fantasy team?
I don't know. Logan Thomas is like...
I don't know.
Because like George Kittle, they could put him in for like 5 snaps. You know what I mean? And then just be... I don't think they play George Kittle. I know he's the type of guy that like...
He's pushing.
Right. But... What's the fucking point? I mean, Raheem Mostert goes down again this week.
You're 5-9 without Mostert, without your quarterback. Your line's still beat up. Your defense.
They signed Josh Rosen, who might be playing Sunday.
No, he's just back up. He's backing up Beathard.
You never know what happens. Josh Rosen. Josh Rosen could get one more chance
against the team who drafted him.
Oh my God.
Ryan Tannehill went off for 5 touchdowns this week. Titans 46, Detroit Lions 25.
So I want to ask you: is Tannehill actually good, or was it like
Tannehill's a top 10 quarterback?
It's unreal how bad Adam Gase fucked it up.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's seeing this now, Tannehill. I remember Tannehill was the laughing stock of the NFL.
Yeah,
he was like asked to play wide receiver, or
no,
he was a wide receiver, and then he played like he was in no means like a good quarterback. In Miami, he was always hurt, and now...
Yeah, I was going to say, he was injury-riddled, though. I mean, so he never really got the...
And now Tannehill... Where did he go to college?
A&M. Texas A&M.
Was he good? He
was okay. I mean, he was good enough to be drafted.
I mean, I also don't think Tannehill is as good without a Derrick Henry that can basically run your offense, and people like A.J. Brown and Corey Davis, who are absolute monsters.
No, I mean Tannehill is definitely he's like the perfect system guy. He's since Tennessee started him, he's been like
in Tennessee.
He's been the most efficient quarterback in the NFL. He doesn't turn the ball over. I mean, this week he had 21. He was 21 for 27, 275 yards, 3 passing touchdowns,
and 2 rushing.
And he ran 2 more rushing touchdowns.
That's unreal.
So when you have that with freaking Derrick Henry running 150 yards a game.
So you think do you think he gets to 2,000? I think he's at 1679 or something.
Derrick Henry.
He would need like a 150. Very doable.
He has 1532 right now.
What?
Who's that?
Derrick Henry.
No way. I thought it was way more.
Nope.
What's it? 3 games left?
2 games left. So I don't think he's going to
I thought it was way more than that. Did they count last? Really?
Oh, 1679.
Okay, 1679. He needs...
Tyler, what's the math there?
221. What are the 2 numbers?
1679. 321.
1679.
To 2000. 321.
Yeah, 321.
Oh, yeah.
That's not doable.
I mean, dude, Derrick Henry can do it all
Look
the time.
who they're going against, too.
They play... Who do the Titans play? They play...
I think they play Houston once, no? Or are they done their divisionals?
They get Green Bay on Sunday night.
Green Bay historically has not stopped the run in the past 5 years.
And Green Bay and...
Fucking Gordon Hayward's playing. Bum.
So far.
Green Bay and Houston. So
Exactly.
Very easy.
That's what I'm saying. And the Titans and Vrabel are woke enough. You know what I mean, though? Like, they buy into what people are saying. They have the masks that say run the damn ball. Like, they are very aware of what's going on in the NFL. So I think you might see Derrick Henry, maybe they're beating up on Houston next week and they keep him in to get like 220 or something.
Yeah.
I could definitely see it happening.
I could definitely see him getting like 150 yards. I mean, he has to get 160 in both games, which is extremely doable for Derrick Henry.
Right. And that'd be dope.
I think he'll
get it. How many times
it.
a year has he got 150 plus?
Oh, probably like at least 6, right? 5, 6.
Dude, the guy's a beast. He averages right now. He's averaging like 140 yards a game, or 125 yards a game.
Yeah.
He averages 5.2 yards per carry.
That's unbelievable.
Just feed him
Like,
the ball.
What's the NFL record?
per carry?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
I'm sure it's up. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Let me see if I can.
He's had 153 times, but he's also gone over 200 twice.
That's unreal.
I mean,
he can go,
last time he played Houston, he had 212.
Case in
So-
point. He played Baltimore and had what?
133 and 1 touchdown.
Exactly. So, I mean,
And then played the Colts, had 178 and 3 touchdowns.
I think it's extremely doable.
Had a bad game against Cleveland, and then went up in the last 2 weeks. He has 50 carries for about 325 yards in the last 2 weeks.
That's disgusting.
No, about 375 yards in the last 2 weeks.
That's gross. Like, legit, that's gross.
Yeah. Speaking of the Colts 27, Texans 20.
Say that again.
Colts 27, Texans 20.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I mean, kind of a sketchy game.
Hmm.
Houston is Deshaun Watson, right? I mean, what is that team going to be for the next 5 years?
They're in trouble. I mean, they're
big trouble because
that
you know
console trade. They have no draft capital.
you know Watt wants out.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? Brandon Cooks is going to want to stay there. You think Fuller, who's on a contract year,
Fuller's gone.
Fuller's gone, especially after the Peds. It's like Fuller probably goes to Green Bay.
I could see it. I mean, Green Bay was interested in him.
So it's just
The-
like
the
you
suspension's
have
gonna
you
drop
have
this.
all your money in Deshaun Watson and nobody to play for.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? It's just Deshaun. I could see him wanting out. You know what I mean? Bill O'Brien royally fucked that team.
I just think with the contract that Watson has and the lack of draft positioning they have,
Mhm.
they're in a lot of trouble.
And nobody really wants to go there.
I would say it's a good coaching spot because you have Watson.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, I've been hearing they have issues from the owner to Jack Easterby,
Mm-hmm.
or Easterby. The owner and Easterby
Don't
clash
get
on
yeah,
everything.
they don't
So
get along.
They're looking at, let's go with this type of head coach, or let's go for that head coach. And they're not getting along there either. They're not getting along on who they want to hire for the GM position. It's not a good spot right there. I mean, they're
And
from up top.
maybe if you're an offensive guy, you see, hey, I get to coach Deshaun Watson. But,
Yeah.
you have no help from management. You have no help with the money to get any players. It's like you're basically screwed unless you make these guys that are bums turn into absolute studs. And
Yeah.
that's probably not going to happen.
Chicago 33, Minnesota 27.
Another huge game.
Yeah, bear down.
Well,
David Montgomery's been playing out of his mind the last 2 weeks.
yeah. Is it Matt Nagy, offensive guru?
I
Probably
don't know.
not.
I don't think it's
think
Matt
so.
Nagy.
I think it's actually Montgomery playing for. I mean, he's been lingered with injuries kind of for the past 2 years. Like
Yeah.
every 2-3 weeks, he misses 3 to 4 games.
Mhm.
He's running his ass off, and I think he deserves maybe if he stays healthy, he's one of the better backs in the league.
He looks it. I mean, he's done this against. Did they play Green Bay 2 weeks ago?
Yep.
I mean, he did it against Green Bay and Minnesota.
Yeah, which
So-
Minnesota, I mean, their defense is kind of wonky. They're all.
But it's division.
Right.
It's big divisional games. The Bears have a chance for the playoffs. And
They got to win out,
if Montgomery plays like that,
and you have that
they have a
defense
very
rolling.
good shot. I mean, it's
Nobody's talking about Mitch anymore because the Bears are winning, so
mhm.
it's very interesting to watch.
Yeah. Seattle 20, Washington 15.
Ugly game. That defense in Washington's really, really good.
Yeah, I mean, like I said it, we didn't have a podcast. I was saying it last week. Russell Wilson struggles big time against elite pass rush.
Yep. And
I mean,
Chase Young was all over the field.
Chase Young is an absolute beast.
And, I mean, you have Dwayne Haskins coming in off a strip club, which that's not going to do you great for the offense. I think that kid's a bust. I don't know. I thought at first it was maybe the organization. But, I mean, you got Ron Rivera in there, Riverboat Ron, who's one of the I like him as a head coach. I think he's done very well over the years.
He knows how to lead the team. And like
Dwayne?
No,
Or
Rivera.
Uh-huh.
Rivera knows how to like.
And if he knows
the
that
culture he builds in the organization he sits in, like you've seen. Nobody's talking about Washington.
Exactly.
Washington literally has a chance to win their division right now.
they're probably gonna. I mean, the closest team just lost. What, the Eagles?
Mhm.
They lost last week. So I mean, that kills them.
Yeah, the Eagles and Giants lost this week.
Exactly. So
Cowboys don't really have a shot.
Washington needs to just basically they control their own destiny.
Yeah,
Which
I mean career day for Logan Thomas.
They
He
can
had
get
13 and
yeah.
1-1.
They can get a playoff Home game.
A home game. Literally, if they win, they're the 4 seed. Like
They
if
could go
win,
7-9 and
Yeah.
probably get it.
They can. Yeah, I mean, I think.
Imagine the Pats, 7-9. They could have got it.
Yeah.
Like if the AFC East was the AFC East of like 4 years ago, this could easily have happened for the Pats.
We're
Well-
on to 2021.
Well, I mean, the Pats lost this week, but another AFC East team did win. The New York Jets. They got out of that. They got the 0 away. They erase that 0. Put a 1 there.
against the team you didn't think it was going to happen against. I kind of thought Bill was going to throw it so they wouldn't get Trevor Lawrence, but they beat the Rams, which, I mean, Jared Goff, you've seen it time and time again. He is like he's one of the streakiest guys in the NFL.
They beat the Rams and looked good doing it.
They
like
looked really
it
good.
wasn't like that wasn't a game where the Rams really looked bad. The Jets looked like a good football team Sunday, which is weird. I mean, Cam Akers getting hurt was huge.
Right.
I mean, he got hurt, came back in the game and tried to play it out, but I mean, the dude had a high ankle sprain. He's out for the rest of the year.
The past 3 weeks, you've seen the Jets really like want to win a game.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to be associated with 0-16, and you saw it against the Raiders. Greg Williams fucks that for them.
Yeah, exactly.
They come back the week after. I think they put up a stinker against Seattle. And then now they're like, all right, screw it. This is our game. Which I don't even know how they beat the Rams, which that defense looked like it was one of the top defenses
That's
in
what
the
I'm
NFC.
saying. I mean,
Were the Jets that good or were the Rams that bad?
I think it was a little of both because the Jets looked good. They played turnover-free football.
Right.
I mean, Darnold, he only threw for 207, but, I mean, like I said, he didn't turn the ball over. Frank Gore looked like Frank Gore of 2013.
Exactly.
So, I mean, that's Frank Gore. He always beats up the Rams and did it again. So
It's going to be interesting to see what happens with that quarterback situation. If they lose, I mean, there's 2 games left, so you never know.
Yeah,
Jaguars could win one. That's a sneaky team that could fuck it up.
Jaguars.
They'd be dumb to win one.
Yeah, I mean,
real quick, stat check, real quick, that you were asking for earlier.
Yep.
Back to the yards per rushing attempt. NFL record is 8.4.
Holy shit.
By Michael Vick.
Okay.
In 06.
all right.
that's
how many attempts did he have?
123 rushing attempts, 1,039 yards.
I mean,
That's
Mike
Michael
Vick.
Vick. What did
That's
Lamar have
Madden.
last year?
Madden 04.
6.9.
Did he have?
What's the highest for running back? Give me highest for running back.
That was for like minimum rushing attempts. So
Yeah.
1,000.
But I want to see what a running back is.
I got you.
Arizona 33, Philly 26.
Jalen Hurts 400 total yards.
Dude, he looks good.
He looks really. I think
We
Philly.
talked about it last time we were here.
Yep.
If Jalen Hurts plays well enough, he's going to keep the job, and he has.
He's gonna. That is Philly's future quarterback.
Their whole offense looks different.
Now Carson Wentz is being a little bitch about it. He said, "If I ain't starting, I ain't playing here." He wants out. Nobody's gonna want that contract.
I
so.
mean, I don't blame Wentz for that.
No, but at the same time, I mean, this guy played like shit.
Yeah,
And then
I mean,
he's gonna.
professional sports is the only job in the world
Mhm.
that you can lose your job, and you're supposed to sit there and clap for the guy who just took your job.
Exactly.
So, like, literally, it's the only profession in the entire world
You're supposed to
that you get
support the guy
fired
that just.
and like,
yeah.
oh, hey, good job, the guy who just took my job.
Yep.
Like,
Yep. I mean, Carson Wentz has done this twice in his life, and I think, having Nick Foles win the Super Bowl for Philly has to hurt. Like, that has, like, everyone in human nature, you have to be like, yo, I low-key hope Nick Foles loses this.
see, I think that hurts them, but the straw that broke the camel's back in Philly
Nice.
was drafting Jalen Hurts where they did.
Yeah, I mean,
Car-
then again, look at Green Bay. They draft Jordan Love first round, and Aaron Rodgers says, all right, he does exactly the opposite of Carson Wentz, says, I'm going to have an MVP season, which right now he's having an MVP season. He is the MVP right now.
Runner-up. But yes,
To who?
Patrick Mahomes.
Completion percentage, Aaron Rodgers. Touchdowns, Aaron Rodgers. Interceptions, Aaron Rodgers. Lower.
Well, Mahomes has 2, right?
No.
Through 4.
He threw for like 4 interceptions against the
4
Dolphins.
interceptions.
Stat check?
Maybe 5. But
Stat check, Jim Brown.
How many?
6.4 in 1963.
I mean, I could have ran for
6.4.
But in 63,
That's for
That's
200 carries. That's for 200 carries or more in a season. The only other players to average over
Derrick Henry
6 in a season is Barry Sanders and O.J. Simpson.
What did AP average in that 1 year, in his rookie year, or his MVP season?
He switched up on us.
The fourth closest to the guys who averaged 6 was LT 5.2.
Gross.
Okay, LT was nasty that year. Let me get. Where is he? AP, the year he won MVP, he only averaged 4.8 that year.
Garbage.
He averaged 5.6.
How many attempts?
No, his MVP season, it was 6 carry.
6 a carry?
Yeah, but he had 348 attempts.
Oh.
He also had
That's
2,000
gross.
yards. That was the year he broke 2,000.
Yeah, so then he's the other one then, who joins OJ and Jim Brown.
I mean, 2,000
What
yards.
about Trent
12
Richardson?
touchdowns. Trent Richardson. He was a beast, dude.
Shut up.
Chiefs 32, Saints 29. The Chiefs have now not covered in 6 straight weeks.
Okay, well, they win. I know good teams win, great teams cover and all that, but Chiefs are the best team in football. I'd see them repeating.
Trent Richardson averaged 3.6 his rookie year.
What do you average with the Colts?
In the 2 years he played with the Colts, he had 316 carries for 997 total yards, averaging at 3.1 per carry. So if he ran the ball every 4 downs, you're getting a first down.
Fuck. Shut up.
Right.
I hate Trent Richardson.
Yeah,
Just throwing that out there.
Yeah?
I mean, just throwing that out
he
there.
sucked.
You suck.
I mean, Patrick Mahomes definitely doesn't, and he's now 13-1.
And again, I don't see a team knocking them off. Because
Yeah.
that offense, like they say defense wins championships, but that offense cannot be stopped.
Completely game-changing.
It really is.
I mean, CEH is now out. He may come back for the playoffs.
5 interceptions. Pat Mahomes. Thank you very much.
So Le'Veon Bell signing looks big right now. It depends how Le'Veon produces. I mean, he's getting the 100%. I mean,
what happened to him?
CEH? It's a hip and leg injury.
Is he out to playoffs?
He's out for the rest of the year.
1,000-yard rushing.
They hope he'll be back for playoffs.
Didn't get it.
They hope he'll be back for playoffs. We'll see. I mean, that injury was scary. He couldn't put any weight on his leg.
Are you biased towards this injury because it's an LSU guy?
No. Injuries suck anyway.
You got to ask that question.
No.
You got it.
Baker Mayfield Baker Mayfield looks like the number 1 pick he was supposed to be. Browns 20, Giants 6. The Browns are now 10-4. Baker Mayfield has absolutely torn the last 3 defenses apart.
And no slack on that Giants team. That defense was looking pretty good the last few weeks.
Yeah, it's not a bad defense. The
No,
Giants may be 5-9.
They
but that
stifled
defense is not.
Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt to minimal games. I mean, they still had touchdowns, but I don't know. The Browns are kind of for real, but you got a big Week 17 matchup for probably the division.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's going to be a huge game.
And it's going to be fun as hell.
Against Baltimore.
No, it's against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Cleveland plays Pittsburgh Week 17.
No, Cincinnati plays Pittsburgh. No, you're right. Yeah. Yeah, that's going to be a huge game.
That's what I'm saying. It's for the division, which that's going to be awesome. Sunday night, they better flex it.
I mean, the Steelers look like crap right now.
They look like the Patriots of last year. I know.
They're better than the Patriots of last year, but they're...
looks like N'Keal Harry.
No, Deontay Johnson looks like an actual beast.
They all look like shit. Let's be real. They all look bad.
Deontay Johnson's the only player on that offense who is good right now.
Well, Juju, dancing on the field, gets clocked.
Yeah, Juju is not doing that anymore. He came out and said that he's not doing it for the betterment of his team and himself. He will no longer dance on the logo.
That sucks, because, all I did on Sundays is wake up, load up TikTok.
That's all I wait for.
Yeah.
All week.
I didn't know who they're playing.
Juju Smith,
he would help me know.
Juju Smith has 95 TikTok videos. Juju Smith's biggest receiving game this year is 93 yards.
That's a little Frenny spin zone right there.
Yeah, right there,
That's
right?
not spin zone.
Yep.
That's a crazy stat. That's insane.
Deontay sucks.
Deontay does not suck.
That Steelers team sucks.
And I have like 3 TikTok videos, and that's more yards than I have receiving this year. So
Okay, well, you're not an NFL wide receiver. You're not supposed to be the leader of that receiving core, and you're not supposed to be the number one.
I thought you said Deontay is number 1.
Deontay is.
Well,
so why would I be number 1?
yeah.
Julio Jones was supposed to be the one. Ridley is.
Julio Jones doesn't have like calf muscle.
Okay, Juju Smith has every muscle, and he still sucks this year.
You're just jealous. He could probably steal your girl. He could do a little Corvette, something like that, and
A little dice roll.
Well, going on my daily dice roll walk.
I mean, Cincinnati 27, Pittsburgh 17. So
Santa.
Wait, what was it? Cincinnati won that?
yeah,
That's
Cincinnati
like-
came out, won that game.
Gio Bernard had a game, 2 touchdowns, I think. Ryan Finley, what the fuck?
Trades of-
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know what happened. Like, Cincinnati came for a playoff game.
That's they're playing their rival. I mean,
I've heard-
that's a
before that
ridiculous
win.
game.
People were talking about if Cincinnati ends up with the first overall pick, do you draft Trevor Lawrence? Like, what the fuck is going on?
That's classic Cincinnati.
Yeah, what's going on here?
I mean, you
folks?
just drafted your entire franchise with the pick last year, and now they're gonna second guess it.
That's what I'm saying. It's just I hate. That's like sports talk radio. Like that's Shannon and Sharp. You know what I mean? Like that's that bullshit.
Absolutely, guys. We'll be back. We'll be cooking something up. We'll come back with something nice. Stay tuned.
Interesting.
How's it going, Dave?
Oh, Patriots +3, Titans +3, Falcons Wait, Fran, what's up?
Dave, where are you getting all those picks from?
Oh, Fran, hey, I just listened to the best sports gambling podcast on Spotify, 508 Degenerates. It's actually with the 508 Power Hour.
Awesome. Dave, who are the hosts for that?
Oh, actually, me and my friend Bryce, we are the 2 hosts, and, we just try to steal the money from the bookie. And, I mean, Patriots +3, Titans +3, Falcons +3 all last week. We are stealing money every week. Follow along, listen along at 508 Degenerates and the 508 Power Hour on Spotify.
Hey, you heard the man. Steal your money from the bookie.
Ho! Ho! Ho no. Welcome. We're going to do our naughty and nice list of 2020. It's Christmas holiday season. I'm Santa Claus. This is Fran, who, I don't know what he dressed up as. Looking like an elf. But, Fran, you want to start?
I'm going to start with the nice list, Dave.
Okay.
I'll do the nice list, you do the naughty list, Sam.
Sounds good.
I'm going to start. I'll go one, you go one.
Mhm.
All right? Number 1 on my nice list this year, Cameron Newton.
Fran, he sucked. Why would he be on the nice
Cam
list?
Newton brought real football to New England. He
Yep.
brought the NFL to New England, and he brought Tom Brady-less football to New England. He brought happiness to the rest of the world and the rest of the NFL.
Cam Newton gave the
fans.
gift to Patriots fans of a shit organization. And I think all Patriots fans really needed to be humbled.
Yes.
So-
I mean, we had a guest here, week 3 of the season,
Pat Ricard?
saying that Cam Newton is a top 5 quarterback. And Cam Newton is on the nice list. He has brought balance back to the world.
Whoever said that must have been an idiot.
To the force, man.
Balance to the AFC East.
I mean, I for one, thank Cam Newton for doing his deed to the NFL. Starting my naughty list, I mean, Justin Turner. As Santa, you're a bum. And if you're going to just win a championship and then just not follow the rules, it's just stay off the field. You have coronavirus. You caused this pandemic, the second part, in the Western Hemisphere. We know it. I know it. Santa knows all. Sees you when you're sleeping. Watches you at night. This guy's coughing over baseballs and just handing them out to fans. I mean, it's bullshit. It's just bullshit.
Deontay Johnson is on my nice list.
Shocker, friend.
Deontay
Shocker.
Johnson. He's on my nice list for his loyalty. His loyalty to me and my fantasy football team. I need Deontay to show up, and Deontay shows up.
I mean, you didn't even need that.
If you sat there and you were loyal to Deontay Johnson, you kept him on your team, you weren't frustrated with him, and you had hope. Deontay came in with his loyalty to you and loyalty to all of your fantasy football teams.
100%.
Deontay Johnson, nice list.
All right. straying away from football, Rudy Gobert. This motherfucker shut down the whole NBA season, 7-8 months ago? Now we have a shortened off season. Now Kemba Walker can't play. This guy has coronavirus, right? Touches all the mics, basically makes a mockery of it like Justin Tucker. His fault the NBA was ruined. His fault LeBron won an NBA championship. I mean, the fuck? You cannot trust the French. That's all I'm saying. I mean, me as a Frenchman, you can't trust. You can't trust. Just cannot trust him. He shut down the whole league. Naughty.
Dave, I'm going to put Tom Brady on my nice list.
Whoa.
Tom Brady is on the nice list because he wanted to go and play in nice weather. Tom Brady wanted to make the playoffs this year.
Yep.
Tom Brady also wanted to troll the Indianapolis Colts and Tony Dungy. So Tom Brady is on the nice list for his Twitter game and his football game.
He also defied COVID protocols preseason.
That did not happen. He never broke any protocol.
He did. He was in a stadium with another person in Tampa Bay. Very illegal. Pictures were taken. I remember. Tom Brady personally, naughty list. But hey, next one. Dr. Fauci. This guy can't throw a fucking baseball, Fran. I mean, what the hell? You throw it to home plate, it ends up at first. What are you doing, guy? And this guy's telling us everything we need to know? If you can't throw a baseball, I mean, I can't trust you.
Yeah,
are you kidding me?
That was definitely not a good throw.
Is there a reoccurring theme here to his naughty list?
No.
Every person ends up there doing COVID.
No, nothing with COVID. It's just he can't throw a ball. He cannot throw a baseball. It's nothing to do with him and the COVID. I mean, he helped us expose frauds like Justin Turner and Rudy Gobert, LeBron James, all these bums that are just coronavirusing around and just like, hey, we're rich. Coughing in my mouth. Like, I'm sick of it. But this guy can't throw a fucking baseball. What are you, 12? Like, get out of here.
On my nice list, I'm going to do TikTok. TikTok saved 2020.
That's sus.
He's not wrong.
I know, it really did.
Without TikTok, we're all bored out of our mind. We're sitting in quarantine, and you either are sitting on TikTok watching TikTok dances, or you're sitting on TikTok doing TikTok dances.
I swear to God, the camera in your phone scans you and it sends you to whoever makes that app.
That's fine with me.
So what I do, I always watch TikTok like that. Always. A little heads up from Santa. Next, LeBron James's son, Bronny James. Why, you ask? The kid was caught smoking weed while LeBron was trying to win a championship, provide for his family. I mean, if I was a father, right, and I'm out at work, right, and I see a video of my son chiefing the marijuana, as y'all call it, I would be livid. And I mean, this kid's not getting anything for Christmas. I would take away his legs so he can never play basketball again. Because, like, weed?
Yeah.
Really? In the James's household? Doesn't fly. Doesn't fly with me. Doesn't fly with LeBron. I mean, he's writing letters to me. I'm fucking Santa. What do you want? I know all.
On my nice list, I have Aaron Orsi.
Whoa. Oh, God.
Aaron is... He's on the nice list for his brain. He brought in a co-owner because he couldn't make the draft this year, and it completely decimated his team.
Agreed.
Aaron did what a proper boss should do, and he took control and fired his co-owner.
Wow.
Aaron deserves to be on the nice list for taking control.
He didn't fire me.
He fired you.
Wow.
I was let go. My contract ended, by the way.
He was fired.
Also, real quick, since you would put Aaron Orsi in the nice list, just a because by the time we do another episode, congratulations to him.
On a baby.
He might, maybe, have a baby before the
No way, I called that shit.
On the nice
Let's
list,
go.
Aaron Orsi's baby.
Naughty list, Aaron Orsi for having sex. Are you kidding me? This is a children's program. We're just going to shout that out.
She's my sister, bro.
That's fucked up. Naughty list for the whole Gaudette family. We know what they're doing. I'm sick of it. Fucking stick to COD, god damn it.
Nice list, Austin Eckler.
Austin who?
Austin Eckler.
Pittman.
Austin Eckler.
Okay.
I mean, he told us all that he was going to be back for playoffs. Fantasy players like myself went out and traded for Austin Eckler for the playoffs, and he's here.
He had 9 points for you last week.
Austin Eckler has arrived. He had 18 the week before.
That sucks.
So, he told us all he was going to be here, and he's here. Austin Eckler, you are nice.
Bryce Bernard, he was...
Who?
Bruce Bernard, a member of our association. He was caught trying to constantly cheat out Fran out of the playoffs, and You can't mess with the fantasy gods like that.
Yeah.
And Santa watches, Santa sees, and Santa bounced you from the first round accordingly.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, Bruce, I mean, keep your shit up.
I got 2 more, Dave. Santa, I got 2 more on my nice list.
Chris Kringle.
Hey.
I got Josh Allen.
Who?
Josh Allen.
Oh, defensive end. Very nice.
Yes, he's beast. Josh Allen for the Buffalo Bills. Pretty much just like Cam Newton, he brought happiness back. He brought happiness to Buffalo. I mean, the guy looks like a top 3 quarterback this year. I've been saying it since week 1. He's my MVP. He's Buffalo's MVP. And he brought them a division title for Christmas.
So my next one might be a little scandalous. Dak Prescott's bone strength. It didn't hold up to Santa's liking this year. Yep.
You need some milk.
He did need some. I mean, to be fair, he needed some milk because that shit snapped like Santa the day before Thanksgiving. I mean, Christmas. You see, I'm already losing it.
All right, my final entry to the nice list of 2020, Jake Mills.
Really?
Jake Mills is the only person in the world who makes my takes look hot. He makes my takes look so good. He will text our group chat 4 times a day, and every time you look at it, you say, dude, what the hell are you talking about?
137 notifications just
and it
Jake
doesn't make sense. He changes the arguments. He says one thing, and then we all throw facts at him, and he change. Oh, dude. He's the only person in the world that can.
He deserves the last place trophy. My final one, Fran, you'll like it. LSU and their recent allegations on sexual misconduct. That can't fly. And they can't be nice. You can't put them on your nice list anymore. Friend, they did some unspeakable things at LSU. Go hold that tiger. I mean, I would hold that jail time, you know? I mean, that's what's going to happen. Go Tigers. God damn. What the hell's going on in the bayou? It's just
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
Make sure you wrap it.
Go Tigers. Wrap it.
All right, Dave.
The bayou.
Jesus.
Ho, ho, ho. Go Tigers.
And let's just finish up the show with our our championship preview.
Yeah, it's one that is fun, but it looks like a landslide. I mean, I'm all for Jake here. Jake Gaudette, which some have said more athletic Gaudette.
Oh, 100%
some, not me,
not
Santa. Some is in the championship.
Yeah, he is.
I was hoping for an all Gaudette bowl.
It would have been awesome.
It really would have. There would have been
Arbor Bowl,
would have been tension at Christmas. That's what I mean. Who doesn't love seeing that?
Yeah. It would have been fun. It would have been fun. I mean, there would have been a lot of stress in
His
that
baby,
matchup.
his baby coming.
That matchup would have had a lot of stress. This matchup
No stress.
has a little stress.
Santa's about to put you on the naughty list.
My stress meter is on a 4 out of 10.
That's fucked up. What do you think Jake's is at? 10.
12.
I mean, I honestly, the kid's like,
Actually,
he's playing with house money because he shouldn't even be here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Romano wrote him off. We all wrote him off, and now he's
having fun. He's going to collect his consolation second place buy-in and go on with his life. He's going to, he has a championship appearance.
Lucky for you, you won't have to scrounge all around for the money.
Yeah.
And just, you can be riding pretty.
Oh, yeah.
Unless you lose, then you're probably going to be pissed. If you lose...
I'll be upset just because it's a letdown. I mean, if I lose this week, it's a complete letdown by my team.
Yeah. Who would you rather lose to? Jake or him?
Jake.
Jake. So it's like, I don't know, though. Because still lose to Gaudette.
No, Jake's fine. The more athletic Gaudette, he has the balls in the household.
He's not even at the household. I think this man...
I'm there more often.
That's what I'm saying. He cuts the Thanksgiving fucking turkey.
I did.
He brings home the bread.
Rumor has it, Jake ain't coming back from his girlfriend's house. You know, he's just fucking over the family. Hey, that's not Santa's issue.
Leaving his mother out to dry.
That's naughty list. Jake Gaudette leaving mother out to dry.
Huh?
Heard it here first.
I mean, I'm projected to win by 20. Projected to win by 20 points.
I mean, yeah, it.
But I've heard it right out of your mouth before.
Projections don't matter. Projections don't matter. Don't give a shit.
I mean, the last 2 weeks he's been projected to lose, and he's won.
I hope Justin Herbert hopefully has like a 400-yard, 400-touchdown game. Noah Fant has a 200-yard, 200-touchdown game. And then Brandon Cooks. Amari Cooper.
Cooper Kupp.
Okay, Cooper Kupp.
Oh, yeah.
J.D. McKissick.
Oh, yeah.
You did
Kareem
good.
Hunt.
Kareem what?
Hunt.
Okay.
He may be kicking in the doors to that championship. We'll see.
He was acquitted. This guy, naughty list. Fran Baldino.
Would I be very skeptical, though, if the commissioner wins the trophy?
I would love to look into this year and see what really went down.
Do some investigating.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
that's bad. This guy's so dumb. This guy is so dumb. Bryce, you dumb.
Oh,
Bryce did that, and he lost.
Bryce ran into a powerhouse, a wagon.
Oh, this guy just fucked
For those
up.
of you just listening and not watching,
Right.
touched the trophy.
He just touched the trophy.
Oh, my God.
He's an idiot.
Really?
That is bad juju.
I was
bad
I was
juju.
looking at the spots.
Yeah,
Spaces.
you're looking at my name.
No bad juju. That's my fantasy basketball team.
Why do you have that in fantasy basketball?
Because I have Kyrie Irving, so everywhere he goes, he brings his sage and bad juju.
What's your team, man?
Team Jamario Moon.
Huh? But I think that's gonna do
What's
it.
yours?
I think
Mount
that's it.
Zion.
That's
Mount
racist.
Zion.
That's it. You did get Zion.
I did.
You had Mount Zion before you drafted Zion?
He did. He handicapped
It's a little
himself.
sus. Yeah, it's like a huge handicap.
This
You're
is
like,
like my first time ever doing like a fantasy basketball league, so I'm learning.
We can tell by your team.
Well, your team is ranked last according to the sabermetrics.
yeah.
Sabermetric projections don't matter, bro.
Too bad sabermetrics are different. Look at the Oakland A's 2002
I didn't
Moneyball.
say projection. I said sabermetrics.
Yeah, get it right,
The
Frank.
sabermetrics are our projections.
Whatever.
This guy doesn't get
This
it.
guy, Freddie Spin Zone.
Franny spin zone, folks.
All right, guys. If you haven't followed us on Spotify and YouTube, go subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the follow button. Instagram. Actually, let's give a shout out to all for one sports breaks.
Okay.
I mean, if you guys have Facebook or Instagram, they post everything there. I mean, it's sports break, dude. You throw $15 in there and you put your name in a raffle.
Interesting.
I mean, they auctioned off a Stephon Gilmore Revo Speed last night, autographed.
Nice. What's he have? No MCL or no hamstring?
No quad.
No quad.
Yeah.
Well, maybe quad for Christmas.
Can you do that, Santa?
I have breaking news. It's Dave.
Oh my God.
Yep. It was me the whole time, guys.
What?
Santa's not real.
Bro!
All right, guys, follow us. Dave, take it away.
Merry Christmas. Thanks, guys.
Thanks for listening to the 508 Power Hour. Make sure to hit that follow button on Twitch and hit subscribe on YouTube at 508 Association.